大久保さんのアカウントって何ですか？
ここはですね、建設中になっているので、
あ、じゃあ、
はい、次の戻り次第。
大丈夫です。
今、メールを
はい。
クリックしてもらえれば。
じゃあすみません、一人ちょっと後で来るということで、少しずつ始めて
いいですかね。はい。じゃあ、石村さん。はい。じゃあ、石村さんから。
Okay.
じゃあ、石
We
村さ
have
ん。
about 20 slides to go before we actually begin.
すみません、それではトレーニングをさせていただきます。この会場、本日は日本谷さんにお借りしまして、どうもいろいろありがとうございます。またお茶のお時間をいただきまして、ありがとうございます。
体の傷がよくな
でこの時間から2日半ということで、金曜日の夕方5時までこのトレーニングが続きます。いろいろ不慣れなところもあってとは思いますけれども、なるべく、積極的にいろいろ質問していただいて、またこの2日半というところで、本来3日4日かける部分を2日半でやりますので、ちょっとこう漏れるところもあるかと思いますけれども、その辺はちょっとご容赦いただいて、後ほど馬場の方でいろいろとまたフォローアップさせていただきたいと思います。ではよろしくお願いいたします。
よろしくお願いします。
So, thank you for having me here and for being at training over today, tomorrow, and on Friday. We will be going through the Cincom configurator, solution configurator tool. We will be studying some of the concepts, all of the concepts, I should say, hopefully. And we will practice our learnings of those concepts with the exercises, which you have printed out. My name is Nita. I have come down from Cincom Australia. I work for Cincom Australia New Zealand as the choice of technology is Microsoft, as you probably already know. So my specialty lies in developing custom controls and integration plugin for different systems with the CPQ solution. Before we start, some general rules. If you could all kindly put your phones on silent, no need to switch off. I hope everyone knows where the elevators are. I'm not that scary, so you needn't run away. I also hope you know where the bathroom locations are.
お手洗いの場所は皆さんご存知でしょうか。エレベーターホールを出て少し左に行ったところに男性用女性用のトイレがございますので。
Class start and end times. Today we start at 1 o'clock. I hope it is all right for everyone to finish at 5 o'clock today. Yes? Yes? Everyone okay to finish at 5? So tomorrow and day after we start at 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Yeah.
Not 9.
What is your?
いやいやいや。明日、明後日は10時からです。
10 a.m. seems fine because everybody comes from different locations. Where possible, I will always encourage you to take breaks after learning concepts because learning too much at the same time very difficult to retain. If I could quickly have your introductions, if you want to start.
From me?
Yes.
松田と申します。シンコムさんとはシンコム ECM のご関係でですが、もともと別の ECM 製品をちょっといろいろやってたのですが、その関係で、シンコムさんとのお付き合いが始まって、 CPQ の今回は学習をすることになりました。自分個人的な目標としては、彼女のような CPQ のトレーナーがとして、今後働けるようにという目標を持っております。
Thank you.
Sounds perfect. はい、すみません。一人ちょっと後で来ると思うんですけども、ちょっと今調整中です。飛ばしまして、エアマンです。はい。
エアマンのインフォザインのエアマンです。私はもともと、原石は日大王校というところでやっていまして、今、インフォザインでは学校教育向けのプロダクトの開発。最近ですと、デジタル教科書とか、そういった学校で使う ICT 機器の上で動くプロダクトの開発というものが、メディアといいます。で、今、その分野で、インフォザインは、ちょっと松田と一緒に、そこで使われる、学習状況のデータをどう集めていくかとか、
アナリティクス。
そういうこともやっております。であとは、この同じフロアデジタルアートサービスという、インフォザインからの、親会社でもあるんですけど、そこと一緒にやることも多くて、こちらの方ですと、商品のカタログを作っていて、そこで使われる、商品のデータをどう管理していくかといったこともやって、私もちょっと昔はそういう仕事をしていましたので、ちょっとそういうところの可能性としてもCPQが使えないかなというような意図を持ってちょっと参加させていただきます。
インフォザインの川田です。一応、仕事的にはプログラマーなので、松田さんのサポートですね、シンコム CPQ の、講習会みたいなトレーニングの、サポートしたりとか、あと裏方的なこともやったりという感じですかね。あとは、英語さんのお仕事も手伝ったりというようなこともしています。今回ちょっとプログラム的な要素もこれ見る限りは入っていますので、ちょっとその辺に興味もありまして、受けさせていただきます。
はい。いつもお世話になっております、シンコム浦川です。先ほど石村の方からも話があったんですが、今回、松田さんのご尽力でですね、大変素晴らしいこのような、場所でですね、
こちらのサラダ景色見えないんですか
使わせていただいて、またいろいろなおもてなしをいただいてありがとうございます。さっきちょっと母さんがプログラマーだという話があったんですが、このグルはプログラマーの方のスキルもとても活かせる環境になっていると思います。で、特に Windows、今日マイクロソフトさんがいるからっていうわけじゃないんですが、Windows のテクノロジー、マイクロソフトさんのテクノロジーを使っているところが、当社の製品にしては、珍しく色濃くあるものになってますので、昨日お伺いしたお客様とのやり取りからも、非常にそのプログラマブルなところのナレッジ、これが活かせる環境が今回の CPQ かなというふうな感想を持っています。で、私も今日から初めて本当に勉強するので、皆さんの方がお若いので学習が早いと思うんですが、足手まといにならないように参加させていただきたいなと思います。水田さんよろしくお願いします。はい、寺木さん。
はい、新婚営業の佐々木です。よろしくお願いいたします。私は今回皆さん不都合なこととかいろいろちょっとこれしてほしいとかいろいろありましたら、その辺でお手伝いできればと思っておりますので、よろしくお願いいたします。
CPQ の馬場です。今回 CPQ の技術担当は私になりました。なので、今回この マイクロソフトさんの Azure 環境に、グルーをインストールしております。それで、プラグインという開発環境とか、プログラマーのみのこともいっぱいありますので、C シャープです。よろしくお願いします。
サンワコムテックの横川です。弊社の方が、ウェブの開発とか、ウェブセキュリティとか、最近だとモバイルアプリの診断とかもやったり、そういうセキュリティ分野とか、あと IBM 背景の、ソフトウェアの販売などを行っております。で、シンコムさんとはシンコム ECM の方、販売させていただいて、支援いただいたりしております。で今回は、シンコム CPQ も私がやってきて、で上司の方にもうしっかり覚えてきて、もううちでも売れるようにしろぐらいなことを言われているので、この3日間でしっかり学んでいきたいと思います。よろしくお願いします。
はい、ありがとうございます。日本マイクロソフトの中島と申します。本日はこのような時間をいただきました誠にありがとうございます。本日ですね、スカイプで、技術の、大久保というものもちょっと入らせていただいておりまして、簡単にシンコムさんとの、お付き合いを、ご紹介しますと、私がですね、マイクロソフトの中堅中小向けのお客さんに対する Azure の担当をしております。営業です。で、AWS さんとは、血みどろの戦いを広げさせていただいておりまして、その中でお会いさせていただいて、クラウド版の、企業向けのアプリケーションを、全世界で提供されているということで、その部分のプラットフォームとアプリケーションを一緒に、共有させていただいて、日本のお客様にいっぱい展開していくというような、役割分担で活動させていただいております。一応ちょっと今日私の時間ないので、2ポイントだけ AWS との違いの豆知識をご紹介させていただくと、
さすが営業。
AWS さんはですね、ドル建てになります。はい、ドル建てなので、パートナーさんとかお客さんですね、為替変動の影響を受けます。でもう一つ、Azure の CSP というですね、新しい販売形態が、AWS とかでウェブ上で決済して、クレジットカードでエンドが使うだけとの間の決済なんですけれども、その間にインフォザインさんとかですね、パートナー様が入って、月額10秒課金の売り上げを毎月立てていただくことができます。その毎月の決済量が増えて、それの今だと 25% のプロフィタビリティを現在のパートナーさん獲得いただいてますので、この3点、Amazon との違いは、はっきりとメモして書いていただければ。
The course is with the aim to get you all very familiar with the Cincom solution configurator tool, the concepts and how you can use those concepts. I am hoping that at the end of this course you will have finished all 6 workshops. There are
So many workshops.
There are 6 workshops, yes. And each workshop is important to do and learn. And whatever you learn from one workshop, you will find it being repeatedly used in next workshop. So the learning is continuous. So it is important that you do the workshop, you finish it, you perfect it.
Each workshop is related to one
Concepts, yes. Sometimes one workshop can have 2 or 3 concepts. So we are going to develop a configurator solution, and for our solution we are going to use the Cincom Guru Management Studio, or the Cincom Solution Configurator as it is called. We will use, so starting from bullet point 3 through to 7, they are advanced topics. So if we have time, we will talk about them. Otherwise, I will send through documentation. So essentially, in order to learn all the concepts, we are going to build an application from scratch. So what we're going to do is we're going to learn concepts, we will design rules, we will design web pages, and we will put them both together and create an application that helps to choose, make selections to make a product for configuration.
なんかちょっと説明をした方がいいですか？それとも流してっていいですか？僕
皆さんどうですか？
別にそんな偉そうなことはできないんですよ。こんなことは。
文字面の通りだと思うんですけど、特に何かここは言っといたのが、聞いといた方がいいとかっていうのは、どうでしょうかね。あれば。
これから習うとこです。
そうです。
はい。We are confirming if
Everyone can.
everyone
Oh,
if
right.
everyone has any questions. Yeah, I just
Bike application.
bicycle.
Yes, a bicycle application. So it's the product that we are going to interface. Some simple web pages creation where we will get to see how our rules will work. And we will also see how we can give the customer a uniform user experience by giving them, showing them the right way to make selections and not make invalid selections. So we will define some rules to help with that as well. Also, as I said, if we have time, we will talk about some advanced topics such as testing, debugging, deploying and managing of applications, integrations
Integration with
with CRM, with the sales portal, with the AX, those sorts of things. How to extend the solution configurator models, how to work with the multiple models and migrating them. Migration can be taken in two terms. There are some clients of ours who used to use old version of Guru. They put a lot of work into that old version. They don't want to lose those changes. So when we introduced Cincom Solution Configurator version 4.x, we provided some extra tools to help them upgrade their models to the latest and greatest version.
this migration means migrating from earlier
From
applications.
older, yes, from older applications to newer versions.
Okay. I know.
Also from development server to test server, because with any deployment, you have typical 3 stages. You have a development server where you do development, you verify if everything is okay, you pass on to the test server. When everything is okay in test, you get pass and then you deploy it to production. So that is also another way of migration.
開発とテストと本番というのもマイグレーションの意味合いの一つだそうです。すいません。適当なところだけ略します。はい。
So if you have any doubt, please ask questions. Please do the workshops also. If you have any reason why you think a certain concept can be done another way, you want to challenge, by all means, welcome. And please try to enjoy yourself with during training.
We will, definitely.
So, to start off with the Cincom solution configurator. Yes.
Configurator is good. I mean, so many names, which brings some confusion.
I will try to clarify for you. Old version, we used to have a client application called the Guru Rules Engine.
Guru Rules Engine.
Yes. It used to be a client application on every desktop. So if you are modeler, Guru rules engine installed on your machine, on your machine, on your machine. When you do a modeling and you are happy, you export movement and you don't have to have two different applications installed. So it's all one centralized web development, web application. So because of the upgrade, you export your rules might have one central web-based application. I just heard myself speak.
It's okay.
Okay. I forgot what I was saying.
So configurator is
It's the same thing.
part of it's one of the functionalities of Guru, right?
Cincom solution configurator and Guru
Is the
one
same.
and the same.
Okay.
We are trying very hard. For me personally, as a trainer, every time I train people, I tell them the new word for this application is Cincom Solutions Configurator, or CSC. I would also like you to remember that whenever someone says the word Guru, today it means Cincom Solution Configurator, CSC. It takes a lot of practice to erase Guru from one's mind, but it is one and the same.
今はこのシンコムソリューションコンフィギュレーターっていうのが Guru と全く同じもので、昔はクライアントの側のスタンダードの製品とアプリケーションエンジンに分かれたのは今は一つのサーバーで全部動くものになりましたよということですが、そうすると What is CPQ? CPQ, what does CPQ mean? It's the name of the product or yeah, that is the point
Cincom
I'm confused with.
CPQ is, I think I should,
Sorry for
no,
asking
that's
so
all
many
right.
questions.
Cincom,
はい、すみません。
シンコム CPQ というのはですね、真ん中にっていうか、コアなシンコムソリューションコンフィグレーターというルールベースのエンジンがあって、その周りに、CRM と、役割をする、セールスポータルというものとか、こういう総合的
全体を CPQ で
CPQ とか。
The whole is called
yes,
CPQ.
so
中にはモジュールとしてはプロポーザルジェネレーターとかいろいろな他のものが入ります。他の、ツールとの ERP とか CRM との、インテグレーション部分とかモジュールとか、そういうものを全てを総称して、CPQ という、ソリューション。浦川さん、なんかそれでいいですか？
いや、大丈夫です。徐々に。
プロダクトとしてはシンコムソリューションコンフィギュレーターっていうのが一つあって、それらを外部からいろんなCRM であるとか、ウェブサイト、
シンコムとしてプロダクトっていうふうに言ったら、シンコム CPQ。
CPQ。
はい。で、一つのモジュールがシンコムソリューションコンフィギュレーター。
So think of Cincom CPQ as right up here. The CRM, the AX, they are all systems that they integrate with. The underlying layer, which takes care of the rules, is done in the solution configurator. So the typical scenario is, in your sales portal, you choose a product and a line appears. You're not wanting to take just that product, you want to configure that product. You click configure, and that is when rules come to life through Cincom solution back to sales portal. And when you are ready to submit that quote, in the background, that information also generates proposal document for you. And it is writing back whichever your ERP system is, AX or CRM, the integration bits also.
What's AX?
AX.
Dynamics.
Dynamics.
Yes. Oh,
sorry. Yeah. It sounded to me E. Sorry.
Right.
Sorry.
So this diagram makes it clear where the solution configurator sits overall in the overall solution.
なんかセールスポータルっていうとお客様がなんか買い物をする企業のその買い物サイトがあったときにそれらを何か部品を選んで製品をこう最終的に選択していくときにそのルールとかそのいろんな商品情報がシンコムソリューションコンフィギュレーションっていうツールから全部API 経由で引っ張り出されてそれでウェブサイトでその何か製品のこの構築組み立てが終わったらそれがクオートされてそして提案書とかが出来上がりますよっていうような他の外部へモジュールと組み合わさって全体を CPQ と呼ぶというのが僕の理解です。間違ってください。はい。
Okay, so continuing on, the Cincom solution configurator aims to bring sales knowledge in and create your rules, and the application builder which provides the user interface for those rules. The options manager, it gets information from the sales portal, which is the holder of the product catalog. As you know, product can have so many variants. They can also have various options, and those options can be used to manipulate with rules to see what selections are valid or invalid. That's it.
どうでしょうか。
So some very common output generators, as you know, in manufacturing, the term BOM, route, work breakdown structure is very common. Sometimes you also have CAD drawings of the complete product, models of the complete product. Sometimes you have images of the final product that are generated. And you can also have custom outputs. Some examples are given here. This is the actual product specification when you have defined your complete product. This is an example of how the proposal generator will generate documents for you after you have chosen your product and submitted for the request quote. But today, tomorrow, and the day after, our focus is on solution configurator. So like I said, in the olden days, we used to have two applications to do rules engine side and application the user interface side. Not anymore. Today, Cincom Guru Management Studio, I'm going to remove that. It is Cincom Solution Configurator, is one centralized web-based modeling studio. You can now have a very interactive way of seeing how to create rules. Very simple, drag and drop. And you can also use rich set of functions already provided with the application to do mathematical calculations and other things. And where those methods are not enough, if you have complex formulas to write, it is possible to write additional methods in C# and upload them as a library so they can be made accessible. You can also integrate with external data. Now, what that means is many of people will have their products on Excel spreadsheets. You want to avoid typing, a lot of manual labor involved. In Solution Configurator, you can import that data using Excel. One tab per sheet, you can import data. Another way to do that is to connect to an external database. like an SQL server.
Okay.
That is another way that you can pull data from the server. When you get into the home page of your modeling environment, you will be presented with a dashboard which gives you an analysis of how your model is doing. What that means is, are there any errors in your model? It was errors. It will list them and where you might be needing to make corrections. So it also provides a breakdown of what kind of rules you have. In Cincom Solution Configurator, you can design and develop two different types of rules: constraint rules and decision rules.
制約ルールと決定ルールで、その中で矛盾がないかをチェックしてくれるんですよね。
Constraint rule
Yes.
is used to define what is valid, what is invalid, on, off, true, false, yes, no. Constraint rules only. Most common place for you to use constraint rules is to see on user interface what is the result if you make some selections. Like if you choose a 2-liter turbo engine for a car that can only take 1.6-liter engine, that is invalid choice. But if you choose a 2-liter turbo engine for a car that can be a 4-wheel drive, that is a valid choice. How does that come about? You write constraint rules for it. The other type of rule is decision rule. Decision rule, very powerful. You can use decision rule to do calculations, to assign things, to produce actions. What happens when you choose this and this? What are the other sets of values available? We will have a look at all of these in our exercises, so I wouldn't ask you to worry too much. Integrated version manager. Now, some of you here, technical people, you will note out, take a copy, make changes, then check back in. That is possible in Solution Configurator, which means you are working on a model.
It manages the version of the
models. Yes. So you are working on something, a model. No one else can interfere with your work. So as long as you are working on your model, only you get to work on it. And after you're happy and you check it in, then that's the latest version. If you find you were working on version 45, you check it out, you make some changes, you check it in, it becomes version 46.
45 from 45
But
to
46. But version 46 does not work. You panic. What were changes you made? You don't remember. What is the safe for you to do? You revert to version 45. Why? Because that was a version that worked. Or it is a model. Rules are things that are written against entities, which are, and entities are the different parts that make up a bike. Handlebar is an entity, brake is an entity, seat is an entity, pedal is an entity.
So a product consists of
many components. Yes.
Entity, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And each of these components has some characteristics, description, item number, part number, size, weight, etc. You create rules against these entities so that when customer making selections, saying that pedal, that seat, that size. Yes?
Yes.
You have a question?
Yes,
Okay.
no.
As regards staging and deployment tools, not lot of effort required. Once you are happy with your application, you export it and you can distribute it easily. So someone else
For
can.
production use. No.
Correct. Because if you are going to do staged development, from moving from development to testing to production, it is just very simple to track it along. So some platform highlights. As I said, it is web-based. Cloud deployment is possible, which is why you hear the word Azure require everywhere. You can have role-based security. That means is a global library where you can store different entities which you can share across different models. For example, color is an entity that could be used against a bike. It can be used against a car as well. If you're developing a product for bike, he's developing product for car. Both of you need to use size color entity. You need a duplicate. If you put it in the data library, you can share it across different models. It saves a lot of time, allows for reuse, better maintenance. Also, I talked to you about lifecycle management. You can, as and when you check in, you give your model a new version. You can roll back as many times if you are not sure if the latest version works or not. Some testing tools also available if we have time. Every model's homepage is that dashboard which shows you a breakdown of how many decision rules, how many constraint rules, how many entities, what mistakes are there. The overarching user interface framework is Bootstrap. So it uses very responsive design, which means one design to take across to from laptop to many devices. But please do not get people to do configuration on a mobile phone.
Okay.
It will be human rights violation. You will get a lot of optical bills, I bet. And with social integration, with all our partners and prospective customers that we train, we get them registered on something called Cincom's Get Satisfaction forum. It is a good forum for you to ask questions and find more articles on how to use Cincom Solution Configurator with articles and how-tos. So yes.
Online learning is available.
Yes. It is through Get Satisfaction. So we're going to have a look at some of the methodology. I would like to bring to your attention the way the product configuration process happens. A customer comes to you and say, I want a bike for off-road use. I have this much budget. My seat must be soft seat and I'm 6 feet tall. Salesperson who is expert at product says, oh, for your needs, a Mountain 200 bike model is best. We will give you 42-inch frame because you're 6 feet tall. And because you want soft seat, we'll give you a nice shock absorbing soft saddle. So engineering view is the high level configured design view, which is, this is a bike. It consists of these parts. Manufacturing view, almost the same like engineering view, which is the bike consists of many parts. So engineering view look from bottom up, but manufacturing view look from top down. Not necessary, but by and large it is there. So the sales definition is a sales BOM, which is a list of feature codes, which means your model for the bike has a feature code of something. The size is 42 inches. The seat is shock absorbent, etc. And yes.
What does BOM mean, BOM?
Bill of material. That is what BOM stands for. A bill of material is essentially the full product, which when you explode, gives you all the list of components that make up the final product.
It is very general
Term, yeah.
General term. So,
使ってらっしゃいますよね、BOM。
for engineering area.
The engineering definition or a bill of engineering module, although we never call it engineering module or sales module. It contains the complete definition of the as sold product, which is the bike comprising of different parts. Manufacturing definition also is a different alternative view of engineering bill of material to support how the product is built. These parts make up the whole bike. Now, I want to point out not all businesses necessarily use these steps, but the concept is essentially the same. If you want a bike, you want to find out what parts make a bike. You've got to put it together in that order so you get the sales bill of material. So the whole modeling process has basically two halves, and it is a cyclical process where you define a product, you define what part you want to define, and what he will like a consistent experience that allows you to select and make purchase easy rather than having to look at and go through a lot of detail before deciding.
Without profound knowledge.
Correct. And want to ensure that the customer is getting the right product. And that responsibility lies with the product. So, you know, it's a seesaw if you think about it. But both the sides have to come together time to time, exchange ideas, and make sure that the configuration process is consistent for both sides. So, general modeler's playbook. This can be a very, very confusing slide, but I will try and make it easy for you. Entities have characteristics.
Properties.
Correct. And these properties will actually help with your decision forming. Your rules to do a variety of things, to make valid invalid selections, to do calculations, to in fact put pricing rules. For that. So for those reasons, you rules. Once you are happy with your rules, and I'm going to give you a demonstration of the actual solution, as in the Cincom solution configurator, and how it was built. So if you could all direct your attention to the screen and navigate to this URL and log in, please. Has everyone got their user IDs and passwords?
もう皆さん自分の ID は持つでしょうか。
何番か振っていただけると助かります。
Yes. Please choose unique numbers for yourself. The same person cannot be logged against two accounts. One of you will be booted.
僕7番でいいですか？
ええ、4567で。456。はい。
カードの5やね。
はい。
ユーザーネームが
04から
シンコム。 円マーク
最
の
初にドメイン名がついてるので、
あ、大丈夫だと思います。ちょっと。
これなん
これ続く。
わかりますけど、その後ろ、
三田さん、Can you see
G ユーザー。
Can you check
G
the
user.
email? Your email. So,
Sure.
because Nakajima-san sent you a Skype some a message.
Oh, did I?
So,
I'd like you to join this Skype.
Oh, right. Okay. One, design.
あれ入れない CPQ1 の G ユーザー07こちらジャパンのエクスクラメーションマークの07
I will need to.
すいません
Yes.
Cincom CPQ1 の円マークの G ユーザー合ってるよね。ちょっと別のにしてみようか。8にしてみますね。
5番は入りましたけどね。
そうですか。ちょっと待ってくださいね。
すみません。8番で。
入れないね。円マークがいかんのかな。
マーク。
中身さん入りましたこれでした。
増田さん、もし入れなかったら、じゃあ、シンコムのやつでも入っちゃって一緒にいて。
すいません。ちょっと待ってくださいね。ちょっと待ってくださいね。
これだと、
これだったら入るんじゃないですか。
今
出てる。
オプションで、
すいません。文字コードが違うね。
わかんない。そのせいかどうかもわかんない。
Okay.
キーボードのキーの割り当てが違う。
ああ、そうか。特殊な。
入りました。はい。はい。すみません。
ミニコードだと別文字だから。
そのマイク見てください。Okay.
Is everyone in? Everyone in? Everybody is logged in. Good. So everybody seeing this page.
No.
That page, yes. If your arrow, what is it? You try.
アローはコミュニティのアローは死んだりしないですね。
So I show you.
なんでしょうね。
Ah, that is
フロームだ
because
った。フロームだったな。
you would.
サファリで。ちょっと待ってください。いいですよ。ちょっと休憩がねて皆さん1、2分僕のために待っていただいていいですか。すいません。Could you wait for 1 or 2 minutes?
Sure.
一回。山さん、待ってみました。言ってますね。一度試してみますね。ちょっとだけすみません。
開かないし。あ、なんか。
これが皆さんで。
あ、そうかそうか。じゃあちょっと上をつつくと出るみたいですね。ちょっと時間がかかるみたいですが、
Okay, so after everyone log in, this is what the first screen looks like. The section for community Many of you will not see those tabs. That's because you need to have subscription to the Get Satisfaction community. I will be writing for all of you to get access. So hopefully soon you should be getting access things with configurator tool. Here, if you look towards the right side, you see a little gear icon next to the question mark. When you click that, you will get certain access and certain options, one of which will be security.
Okay.
And your security, so on the gear icon,
Yes.
click. Yes, one of them is security. And this is the place where you get to add new users. Now, modelers. So when you want to create a new user, see on the right side, you see an add user button and a pop-up will open. You must create a user using
This.
correct. You must create a new user using domain name / first name dot last name, or it is all integrated with Active Directory.
Oh yeah.
So how you use Windows logon on your desktop, same thing you use to write.
So it's possible to use the single sign-on if we single sign-on functionality, SC, integrating the information of the that is stored in Active Directory.
Yes, but to log into Cincom Solution Configurator, you can use the Active Directory logons. You will still need to provide your Windows password to get in. There are basically two types of roles that you currently have. One is the administrator, but someone who is not administrator cannot do the other one. So administrator is the most powerful role. So for the next 2.5 days, you are all administrators, so very powerful. So as part of creating our, doing our workshops, one of the first things you will do is create a site. A site is like a workspace. So over the next few days, you will have a lot of concepts being thrown at you. Think of the site as being a world. This is your world. Within this site, you have model. One site can have one model.
It's only
One
one model. One
no,
side.
wait.
Oh, sorry.
One site can have many models. So the relationship between site and model, one to many. You can have one model per site, you can have many models per site. If you have development practice of kind of prototype, good practice to have many models within one site. So if this have 10 pieces functionality, good, you copy that, add another 10 pieces. Your second stage, this is good, you add another 10 pieces of functionality, make a bigger, more powerful model. One way of doing it. So you are not restricted. You can have many models on the site.
As many as we want, as we sell.
Correct.
Okay.
So, site is your world, one or many models exist within a site. Each model has several entities.
Okay. Some entities are shared in common, right?
Your choice. Global. Yes? This model, this is Baba-san's site. My site. So my word. Both of us have our data library. Yeah? I create lots of entities in data library. Yeah? If this model is for car, this model is for truck, this model is for plane. When I think all these need color, yes, I create color entity within my library. I can bring this to this model, I can bring this to this model, I can bring this to this model. What is advantage? I create once, I use many times. So data library helps me to share my entities across several models.
Color.
Bad example. I'm
Okay.
sure there are
Okay.
other entities that I can think
Okay.
of, but you're right. Colors problem. What do you immediately? What do you think you can?
Seat.
Cool. See, there you go. Ready. Sorry. Let's try that again. See. Good example. Share with. That is the diagram is good to.
Data like
Yes.
very abstract. It has no concrete.
No.
No. Yeah.
Also, you.
So we can manage such kind of abstract concept or
Just
idea.
at the entity level.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So, like you said, there is color entity that is only good for car. You create a color entity just for car at the model level. So this is more local. This is global. When you want to share entities with common information across several models, put in data library. When you have things that too abstract, too personal for one model, create at model level. You will see examples in both your in all your workshops. So start off with a world, which is our site. You must always give your site a name. It typically name you would give is for a business group or a product family. It can, yes.
How many data libraries does one site have? I mean,
No.
it's a
number.
one
Can be many.
big data
It can,
library.
yeah. What is a library? It is like you go to a.
My question is, can we share the data library, one data library
Across many-
among sites?
Among many models, yes, you can.
No, among many sites.
I believe you can, yes.
Oh yeah. So data library is independent of site.
It is global.
Okay.
If it is global, it is accessible by everybody within the realm of Cincom solution configuration. So as I said, one site can have one or more models. And when you get to the application stage, you will find that one model can be related. So we're going, before we start off our workshop, this is very close, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, for me, yes, too close.
So before we start our first workshop, we are going to have a look at everything we just talked about, how a site can have many entities, and these entities can be created. Remember how I said you can create them from Excel?
Yes.
You can also create them by pointing them to SQL databases. Some of these entities you can put into the data library so you can share among models, and some that are too abstract to be at global level need to be created at the model level, so more local level. We are a fair bit away from creating constraints and decisions. That is for tomorrow's exercises.
Okay.
So we'll just start off with a simple workshop, which I'll get you to do right about now. This is our product model, which is our bike. So our bike, as you can see, comprises of several components.
Components. Component is not entities.
It is.
It is.
I mean, components, parts, they're one and the same, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
There's, depending on the terminology used, it means one and the same thing. So I think first exercise we will be creating a site. We will be creating a model. We will be putting some, creating some entities for that model. And yeah, go ahead.
This bicycle is a
Product.
model. A model.
Yes, yes. Bike is model.
Model.
Cable, brakes, fork, rims are entities of that model.
Okay. But you mentioned that color could be
An
an
entity.
entity.
Yes.
That brings me a bit
You will
confusion.
find that color is an entity
Oh, yeah.
because bike can be red in color. It can be blue in color.
Yes.
But it is
yeah, I think
abstract from the point of view of its universal usage. Yes, I agree.
Please go ahead.
So we're going to do a workshop that explores these concepts. So yes, please start off with your first workshop. So,
According to this textbook,
correct.
疲れてきましたね。
ちょっとブレイクしたのかな。
Having a break before starting the
4:23.
exercise.
Yeah, 4:30. Everyone wants to start. How long do you need break for?
5 minutes.
Okay, 4:30. The time now is 23 past. Yeah.
Was
Okay.
starting
Or 10 minutes.
2:30.
Okay, 2:30 is fine. Sorry, I keep saying 4:30 because my computer. It's 2 hours. It's just operating on Sydney time.
すみません。疲れてきた。